don't like the cake. You're not going to try the Tweeties? No? Yummy Tweeties. Well, I think what I'm going to do is get Nori. Nori will eat them. Nobody's interested in sandwiches. I just can't entice anybody. No. You didn't like them. Don't you snoot up at my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? No. I don't really know why. Last time you liked them. This time I put icing on them. I put that red icing on. I think that's what you don't like. That didn't taste good. Too sweet. Just should have left them plain peanut. Hey? Let's see. Up. Good girl. Alright, let's put you back. Down you go. Good girl, Fancy. Hi. You're a very friendly girl. You're my friendly little girl. There you go. This is where I'm keeping Nora and Blossom and Flower. They get to have my big art table. It's about 4 feet by 6 feet. And since mice are cautious of heights, most mice are, they won't leave it. And they've been living here for about 3 months now, I think. And they just love it because there's so much space. And also it's really easy to interact with them. So I spend quite a lot of time with them because it's very simple right here. And they've become so friendly. So as you can see, Flower has gotten even fatter. There's not too much that you can do about it because she would just become very miserable if I restricted her diet because she'd have to live alone and she'd be hungry all the time. So I just don't worry too much about it. She seems healthy otherwise, very happy, and even in her fat state I have seen her popcorn a few times. And she's surprisingly athletic despite the weight. Nori's as wonderful as ever. So for this fall, I got some more driftwood for them, and they absolutely love driftwood. You have to sterilize it though, and there's 2 methods for them. One is to put it into the deep freeze for about 2 or 3 days. The other method is baking it for about an hour in the oven on the lowest setting, and that's what I did with this lot. I baked it. And they really like it because it's slightly rotten, so they can dig in it. And especially little Blossom, she has lots of energy. And she has been hollowing this log out, as you can see. She has made a lot of mess. And if I turn it over, you can see what she's all been doing. You know, very, very busy little girl. She's created herself like a little den in there. Close that again so she can have fun. So what I've been doing over the last few weeks with the mice is I've been editing little stories of Flower and Blossom in the boat with my wildlife footage. And it is amazing how much time it takes to make a story using green screen and mice and wildlife footage. About, I would say, 10 times as long as it would take me to make one of my music behavior videos. But it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's just going to take a while before I am done. We're continuing to work on the boat, but boats are tricky, especially when you haven't really made a boat like that before. But it's coming along, and once I get to a certain level, I will show you guys my progress. As you can see, they love their space. They almost feel like they're free on a big space like this. It makes the happiest mice and also the healthiest mice because the air quality is so good. It's my favorite way of keeping mice. But it does have its risks, especially if you have a cat in the house, so I always have to make sure this room has the door shut and is off limits for the cat. A very well trained cat, but I wouldn't quite trust her unsupervised with these guys. So you always have to be very careful. So this is how I'm coming along with the sculptures. The scimitar cat has been cut down into the pose that I want him to be. I'm not 100% sure yet, but he'll slowly develop as time comes. I like his movement, and tomorrow I will be putting the first outer layer of resin on him. I originally made him standing so that I would get the proportions correct, and then I cut the armature down to make him in the pose that I want him to be. I've got a lot of photographs that I got off the internet, both of living cats and of reconstructions of the scimitar cat, and also of some saber-toothed tigers, because scimitar cats were similar to saber-toothed tigers, except that their teeth were smaller, but they were just as powerfully built, very big, bigger than wolves. They were huge cats. And this is where I'm at with the quagga. She's actually shaping out quite nicely. I'm quite pleased. Still need to make her a little slimmer and give her a bit of movement. But so far I'm actually quite happy with my quagga. Again, I did the same thing as I did with the scimitar cat. I just cut out the basic proportion shape, and then I will start shaping her once I've carved her down a little bit more into a final pose, and then I'll put resin on her and then continue from there. The life-size reconstruction of the baby woolly rhino, that is a difficult armature to make, but it's coming along. It's outside, so I can't show it to you right now, but that's also coming along. These sculptures, I've arranged for it that I can work on them at the local Beringia Museum, which is a museum dedicated to Ice Age animals, and I think it's going to be a really fun place to work. It'll give me more motivation. I'll see people, get to talk with people, and I'll see if I can get organized enough to make a few vlogs, because I think you guys would find that really interesting too. And I'm planning on working there 1 day a week all winter long, and hopefully I can get these 3 sculptures mostly done by then, because I'll do some of the work at home. All the non-messy, the stuff that isn't too dusty and messy will be done there. Everything messy will be done here. And by the end of the winter I should be coming along quite nicely with them. Sculptures take a very long time to do, especially the way I do them. So I'm planning about 2 years. And I need these guys for my new studio. I want my new studio to be a film prop in its own right, so part of it will need some artwork. So these 3 sculptures are going to be the first ones to be put into my new studio when they're done. So I've no idea, where is everybody? Where are all the little stinkies? Where's everybody? Oh, here they all are. What are you guys doing in here? It's time to run about. It's not time to be sleeping. Especially you, Blossom. You've got so much energy. Blossom has grown up into the most cheerful, happy, joyful little mouse ever. I think that's what happens when mice grow up trusting humans. They end up with very little fear and much happier as a result. Hi Blossom, hello. Where's everybody? Everybody's disappeared. Normally you guys are running around like crazy. That's probably all the lights. That's the problem. Mice don't like lights. Cameras do. So you have to find some kind of a balance. And I think right now, nobody likes the lights. So I might have to turn them down a bit to get more footage.